Let's go. Open up. It's time for... Let's go. Open up. It's time for parkour.
All right, time for my mandatory parkour check. Let's get this over with.
You're late. You know the deal.
Whoa. There we go. It's not right. It's not right if we don't have the proper title transition, you know? Hello. Good morning. Yeah. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good evening. Hi. Hello. Hello. Ooh, it's warm in here. Or more specifically, it's kind of warm in here. It's like mostly normal warm. But I'm realizing my fan is getting very loud now. Good afternoon, Serena Savannah until here. I need to clean my fan. You might be able to start hearing it on mic soon. Even though I know you guys have said you don't before, although I can tell that it's definitely like affecting at least something because I can see it on OBS on my end. I definitely need to clean my fan because it's getting loud. Pro tip for any guys, especially people in the summer in the UK, if your fan is noisy, dust it. It's probably just dusty. It's probably just really dusty. It's like a PC. Please dust your fans. It's fire hazards when you don't, and also they're like way more like peaceful and like silent when you clean them, and also their air quality is better. If they're full of dust, then they're barely gonna give you any air, and it'll fucking do nothing, and it'll just be warm and stuffy and dusty all on you. But when they're clean, then they'll work like 3 times better. So mine is making noise that I can hear through my headphones, which means that it's too dusty now. So I need to clean that later. But I can't be bothered right now because I'm drawing. Hello, hello. Existential hours, Amy moves Maximus G. Well, that's what I'm here for. Yay, yay. But yeah, so today we are going to finish this commission that we started last week, which is why we're doing an MS Paint stream on a Wednesday morning. Like Hattie said, isn't that crazy? Because my MS Paint streams are usually a weekend thing, especially like Saturday. It's my nice way of like wrapping up the week usually. I think I might have done one on a different day once or twice at the start, but then we got into a very consistent schedule with them. That's like our Saturday thing, or occasionally Sunday if I have to do something else on Saturday, or like Friday. But yeah, this week I'm busy in the middle of the week, but I wanted to finish this, but also do another full MS Paint thing on the weekend because I have another one like lined up and I wanted this one finished last week. And also we only have like the coloring to do for this one really and a little bit of line cleaning. So, you know, I thought it was fitting. But yeah, here we go. This one is Crimson's OC Nihilo, so you can see over here. And now I got some lines to finish up, but I think I mostly like the way that the lines are on here so far. So I'll probably keep most of them as is. I'm just going to clean up some other little bits and pieces like this. You know, randomly, right now, I've got Angel with a shotgun stuck in my head, and I have no fucking clue why. Because my brain's just going, get out your guns, battle's begun, are you a saint or a sinner? It's going to end up being all singing in. I'm not planning to do the karaoke thing this time. But I do have a lot of songs stuck in my head. What songs have been stuck in my head lately? I need to get back to doing my mixtape things. That's a thing that I used to post on 𝘆cie on membership, where I would do a little like a mixtape of like 4 songs that I've been obsessed with recently, as like song recommendations for you guys, because I thought it was just like cute and a nice little thing to like yap about and share with gachis. I need to do that again because I thought it was fun, but then I forgot, and then I kept forgoing. But yeah, that was very fun. I should do that. I should do that more. What have I been obsessed with lately? I said this last time, but I've been singing Therapy at the Club a lot by Flo. This morning, I had Beauty and a Beat stuck in my head because I was thinking about all of those, like shorts trend that everyone's been doing where they get a bunch of their, like, a bunch of yotates and everything, get together and sing that song. Show you off. Tonight I want to show you off. Oh, 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 what you got? A million could never buy. We gonna party like it's 30-12 tonight. That one. Try to make sure the next OC I come isn't a 4th wall breaking paradox. Yeah, please don't. Be careful. Because this one clearly broke my systems. I had like heat issues and tech issues and then like 2 EP issues, everything, every time I tried to draw her. We gonna party like it's 30-12 tonight. I wanna show you all the finer things in life. 'Cause all I need is a beauty and a beat. Yeah, I've had that stuck in my head. I really need to do a karaoke stream. Guys, I want to do a karaoke stream so bad. I want to do one so bad. I've said this already, but I want to do one so bad. It's been so long since I did karaoke. I want to sing, and I can sing again now. My voice is fully healed now. I want to do karaoke, but I'm too busy. Oh, you know what? But I did get some other different types of good news recently. Because I will say this year I am going to VExpo again, VTuber Expo. It's a convention in Birmingham in the UK. I went last year. I remember sending, like, I showed you guys a bunch of pictures about it, and I did that whole, like, Emmy Meets the Earth Exploration stream, like, catching up on it after and everything. It was a very cool con, one of my favorites I've ever been to. But yeah, it's a VTuber convention in England. And I will be going there this year too. And they've been announcing more of the guests recently because because they're like still getting through all the announcements and stuff for those. Sorry, my brain lag. What was I gonna say? But yeah, they've been announcing the guests recently, and they just announced a whole bunch of my 𝘆cies. I'm so very happy. I am so very happy. There are a bunch of indie VTubers that I loved that were there already, so I've already got a bunch of 𝘆cies in entertainment too. But also several of the ones that I have drawn on my little thing are going there now, which I'm so excited about. I'm so hyped because they announced that they're going to have a Holo Meet lineup. There's going to be some Hololive talents, including one of my 𝘆cies, Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame. So I'm very happy about that. And also 𝘆cie𝘂𝗿, so I like very much as well. I do have the Liz thing. You just can't really see it because it's like cut off. That's the last little thing in the corner there on my tablet. And also a screening of Holo Serendipity, their recent concert, which I'm so excited about. I am so fucking hyped to be able to see that and like share it with other people and not just like see it online or something, you know? And also they recently announced a bunch of Nijiyen talents are coming as well, and Vox is going, which I'm so happy about. Vox Sakuma of Niji Sanjiyen's fourth wave Luxium. Oh, I forgot to say, I said Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame. I was supposed to say Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame of Hololive English Justice and 𝘆cie𝘂𝗿 of Hololive English Promise. Yeah. But yeah, I forgot the next thing I was gonna say. Oh my gosh, why is it gone? What? Oh, right, yeah, I'm very happy about this because he's also hosting a meet and greet, so maybe hopefully I will win the lottery because I have wanted to meet one of my 𝘆cies for ages so I can cow. Like Mr. Yamiko. Oh, yes, you mentioned that one last time. Go for it. Other than the one that I'm doing this weekend, I don't have any other MS Paint comp slots taken up, so feel free to. We gonna party like it's 30-12 tonight. I want to show you all the finer things in life. This is also entirely unrelated to the V-Expo thing, which, by the way, yeah. So I'm going to V-Expo this year, and I'm very excited about that. If any of you guys are British con goers or European VTuber fans or also worldwide in general, because a lot of people fly in for this con, then you should go there. And if you do, you can say hi. But also you should go for yourself and for the other VTubers too, because I am not performing there. I'm just a regular attendant. Attendee, that's what I meant. What was I gonna say? But yeah, entirely unrelated to that stuff. I have had so many food cravings lately. I think it's because I've been making the same things a lot lately because my ADHD has been beating my ass, and so I keep doing all of my cooking and all that other kind of planning really last minute, which is very frustrating. So I keep making a lot of like similar stuff, but also I've had like some tummy issues for a little while, so I had to like limit what things I could eat because I didn't want to make my tummy hurt more. But I've been wanting so badly to like eat an entire cake, or like I want so many kinds of fruit lately. I should buy another watermelon later. That's what I should do. It was watermelon day the other day. That also made me happy. It was watermelon day. They did that for me. I should make like a watermelon themed outfit sometime. I think if and when I finally do a summer outfit, I should really do that. And I don't know why I didn't consider it before we were thinking about outfits, you know? Cause like I'm pink and cyan and everything. That's my colors. It's like an off-brand watermelon, but you know, it's like I have my hot pink and the cyan and everything. You can make a watermelon out of that. I should do that for a summer thing because I fucking love watermelon. I will eat an entire watermelon in like 10 minutes if I'm left to my own devices. And I will just have that shit everywhere, slurped up all over everything. I love it. I fucking love watermelon. I'm making myself hungry now. Or even just making myself thirsty. Because watermelon doesn't even fill you up that much unless you have a ton of it. Eventually it does when you have a ton, but it mostly just fills you up with the water. Feeling good, never but. The girl obsessed with Nanook, yes, and his backstory is, oh, my back, so sad. I generally think I should remove so you don't see how fucked I've made her life. I mean, you can go for it. It's not like it'll cause a problem to me. But yeah, that's real. Sometimes OCs get like that. We gonna party like it's 30-12 tonight. I wanna show you all the finer things in life. 'Cause all I need is the beauty and the beat. Might be a little concerned. Well, you're making the concern anyway, you know. What else has been stuck in my head lately and what's been on my mind? But yeah, other than watermelon, I've wanted just so many fruits lately. I really want a billion different kinds of fizzy things, but I think it's also because I'm craving sweetness really bad. I have an insane sweet tooth at all times anyway, but it's like, you know, double when I'm unmedicated because that's a way of getting dopamine. I might get a monster later. I think I will get a monster and a watermelon, and I will have the most awesome cow dinner ever. It'd be like girl dinner, but for me. What monster should I get? I think like because I really want a pipeline punch, but also I feel like I'm craving one like the mango loco one, or like the monarch, I think it's called. Every time I say monarch like that, I think of Amelie. I think of Monarch the VTuber. If you're scared of my bark, then you'll be scared of my bite. But maybe that's the thing that I like. Let me drink your light. Let me drink your light. Scared of my bark, then you'll be scared of my bite. But maybe that's the thing that... Ah! What the fuck? I don't know how I did that. Let me drink your light. Let me drink your light. I don't run in a pack, I like it so low. Anchor and gold. And if I want it, I take it. I'm in my place and claim it. Why does it keep doing that? I'm the one that's in control. Cause baby, I'll bite back when the sky turns black and the dark your soul. That neck is a little off. Have you thought of a song that best with nails? Oh, I have not. I'm sure I have several, though. I need to think about it again. Honestly, you might like a lot of those songs, specifically like the one I was just singing. The ones by Monarch, Amelie. I think this album that is from is called Rise of the Monarch. And you might enjoy that. Amelie is a very famous VTuber and also previously super famous specifically for her anime cover songs. But when I think of the fourth wall breaking, I definitely have some more, like, songs that are a little bit more chaotic like that. But yeah, Amelie comes to mind first. But that might just be because she was stuck in my head. I think this neck needs to be a tiny bit thinner in order to get this, like, perspective right here. Don't go. She's got them villain vibes. Got them killing vibes. Watch her taking lives. Singing, ayo, 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 ay. Villain vibes. You got those killing vibes. Watch her taking lives. Singing, ayo, 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 ay. That song was really hard from the same album. Oh, you know what I have been listening to recently? I've been listening to a lot of 𝘆cie𝘂𝗿, but I kind of always am. I have one of her albums and everything. But I've been listening to a lot, especially because Let's Just Crash just got announced for 𝘆cie𝘂𝗿, and that song goes so hard. I think a lot of people need to listen to more of Mora's recent music. There's so much, it's just all bangers, and there's so much stuff hidden in her, in like her B-sides that I don't think enough people are tapped into because it's so fucking good. There's a ton of her songs that I really want to cover, and I've wanted to cover for a long time as well. And a bunch that, right, yes, now I remember now why Amelie came to mind, and also why, Mori came to mind. Because one of the songs that I have had stuck in my head lately is Dance Past Midnight, which is a song that they did together. Because I was thinking, like how I said before, that I really want to do a karaoke sometime where one where I redo all the stuff from my first karaoke, and B, one where I sing all the songs that I like rejected for my karaoke set list and for my yokai party set list and stuff, and Dance Past Midnight is one of those. It's been stuck in my head so bad. Take control, I won't live another life. We put the time in, the grind isn't slowing down till the Empress takes her crown. Heads will roll, won't believe another lie. Don't call me crazy, I stay breezing through the hell till I'm dancing past the clock strike 12. Here we go, 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 go. Keep dancing, advancing, and get ahead. Here we go, 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 go. Still hanging on my thread. I love that song. And I need to do I in that one because I considered that. I think I considered that one both for one of my karaoke set lists and for my yokai party one. I considered both the original version and the version by 𝘆cie𝘂𝗿 and Justin, I think his name is. Hatiti na futari wa tare. Hands up pushing, I get the night. Krutta Don't show your neck, 'cause everybody know. I don't remember the lyrics to that part. Our night's just begun, let's blast it. But you know what's scary to me? Hollow make girls look like Halle Berry to me. I'm one step from being canceled, so I gotta leave you ever so carefully. Bringing the heat that can't be splashed away. You know, this was pointed out in the Animal Hospital collab that I did with Webb and 𝘆cie and 𝘆cie yesterday. But I knew this already, but the amount of just like singing random shit that I do, especially whenever I'm like understimulated doing something, it's so bad whenever me and Webb are together because we just always do this. Every collab we have, there's like a point where there's any sort of like lull in the games and we are just repeating songs and overlapping with each other the whole time. I remember 𝘆cie was just like overstimulated as hell by it. There's like, you can't look through a VOD of me and Webb without a good like third of it at least being us. Well, a good third will be us singing one song, especially singing the same part of one song. And then like a good like half of it is singing all together when we do all kinds of different shit. And I might let you have a taste. Make that corner belly. Make the show harder. Start a bonfire, love takes you higher. Nah, we drive you crazy. What else did I reject from my set list? I'd have to look. Actually, wait, hang on. I kind of want to find it right now. Because I think my first karaoke, I wrote it all down in a Discord server for myself when I was planning all of that out. So I can actually find that. I can find the thread for it. Yeah, my birthday karaoke 2025. Okay, so all of the songs I had written down as considerations for that, provided I didn't delete any from this chat, was Give Me Awesome. I did that. I did OJ and Anthem. I did Fansa. I was considering, I did have a Love Life song. I had No Brand Girls, didn't I? Because I just noted that I wanted a Love Life thing. But yes, I had the No Brand Girls, Take You Like You remix. I don't remember if that's the one. No, GDP Explosion mix. That's what it's called. Yeah, I had the No Brand Girls Explosion mix. I really need to cover that again as well because I love that. I did do Hot to Go. I was considering that or Red Wine Supernova when I planned my birthday karaoke. I was considering doing 20% Cooler. A My Little Pony fan song that I fucking love. Yeah, on this beat, you can call me the king or the ruler. Grinding on the bass, getting horse on the mic. We're getting 20% cooler. We had a great day out, calling my name like Ferris Bueller. I was considering doing Vending Machine of Love, but that was mostly a joke for myself. I do love that song and could totally do it, but I was like, it might not fit, and also it's long as hell. I was considering doing It Girl by 𝘆cie. I was considering doing Mango Bananas by Flyana Boss. I was considering putting a Lizzo song in there. I did do Shooby Dooby Sweet's Time. I think I did do Magical Free Love Shot. I was considering throwing in a Baby No Money song. I don't think I did Give It To Me. I did that on another karaoke after sometime. But I don't think I did it then. Yeah, because I put, instead of Give It To Me, I had, Last Night, didn't I? I did do Super Bass. I was considering putting Oops by Young Gravy in there. I was considering putting Get Into It Yeah by Doja Cat. I was considering doing Welcome to My Mind instead of Mind Diamonds, but I'm glad I picked Mind Diamonds. And I did do Last Night. I was considering Wake Up by Non-Sweet. I was considering 𝘆cie𝘂𝗿 by 𝘆cie Marin, which I think I did later, not in this one. I did that in my English karaoke briefly because I wrote lyrics for that song. I was considering Amplify by Renzotto, which I think is another one that I did on my own. I don't remember. I don't think... No, I did do it in that karaoke, didn't I? I remember now. Yeah, I was considering I was considering doing Rabbit Hole. And I wasn't sure whether I wanted to do the Japanese version or the English lyrics by 𝘆cie. I did do Planet of the Bass, I think, and I was considering doing West Wing by 𝘆cie with the rap that I wrote. And then I narrowed it down. Oh, I was also going to put a song by XG in there, but I don't think I did. I also considered Party Time Anytime by 𝑖Delusion. I'm looking through my whole list. Yeah, and then I narrowed it down, added some things, cut some other things out. And then for my 1K stream, that one, everything that's in there got included because that was all songs that I'd done English trans lyrics for. And then I have some other lists in here, but those are all for me. Because those are all karaokes that I haven't done yet. They're themed things that I have planned that you don't get to hear about yet. I do have the one for my Christmas karaoke, but I did literally every song on that and then repeated some, so I feel like I don't need to read those out. But yeah, so I want to do one that's covering all of those songs that were rejects before, and also another one that's redoing all the stuff from my first karaoke, because I think it'd be fun. I've been listening to a lot of Honeyworks lately, that's another thing. 好きになってもっと私を見てもっと恩返しは愛のこもった嘆きキスで虜にするもっと夢を見せるもっと楽しんでてブルルルルルルルルルルルファンさせちゃうぞI read that. Feel like either Yamiko or Vince would be fun to draw. Maybe Anthony's a fun racing made. Hell yeah! I mean, I'm sure I can find fun drawing pretty much any of them. But I guess it depends what their designs are like. And their personalities. Yeah, I've listened to lots of Honeyworks. I really wanna do several Honeyworks covers. I have like so many in mind. That shoulder is fucked up and really straight. I didn't realize that. Oh, part of why the shoulder looks fucked up is because of the hair there curving it. I think I need to make the end of the top cut off more like here instead. Then it makes it look a little bit more rounded. 優しさに溢れている言葉もドゥルドゥルドゥル言葉さえも必要なんだ必要なんだドゥドゥドゥドゥドゥいくよI think he's one of my older sees. He's 56. Hell yeah! Fucking music. Okay, I think with the shoulder curving like that, then this part of the arm should like disappear probably. Because this one's leaning forward a bit so that she can have her arm there, and then this one's kind of back. And as the head of the Loso family, the 5 members of the Royal Hunters, new group of major Star Wars fan stuff. Hell yeah! Tonight the music seems so loud. That wasn't even what I was singing, but I love Careless Whisper. I need to do that in a karaoke. I think I've done it in a karaoke before. Guys, have I done Careless Whisper before? Have I sung that before? I don't know if I have. I don't remember. Tonight the music seems so loud. I wish that we could lose this crowd. Maybe it's better this way. We hurt each other with the things we want to say. We could have been so good together. We could have been sisters forever. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. Though it's easy to pretend, I know you're not a fool. Should've known better than to cheat a friend. I waste the chance that I've been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I dance with you. I think I still need to move that shoulder a little bit, but it's better than it was before. What is concerts like? You like for I Can Come Pretty? Symphony of the Theory of Princesses? That could I'm gonna say next month. I will report back to you at the end of this week with a more solid answer. Because there's many things I'm like finishing up and also have some IRL things to do, like an event I'm going to with family this week. So this week is very chaotic for me specifically. So it's hard for me to answer when I'm in a chaotic space, and also I'm still waiting on my meds. Yeah, that was about non-MS Paint stuff. Please stay, and I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. So though it's easy to pretend, I know you're not a fool. I just love that song. And I think, like, it feels good to sing in my voice, you know? I really like a lot of songs that are like that are like a smooth like that. I like songs with a little bit of jazz and a little bit of blues to them or something. And a lot of R&B songs I like for the same reason as well, or like early 2000s pop stuff. Because I like being able to play with my voice with them. Even though it's like, you know, contradictory with how many songs I love and how many of the songs I sing are ones where it's like you don't get to do that because they have really tight little specific, you know, melodies and rhythms to them because I like really fast, super like hyper little like J-pop songs. I also love a lot of stuff like this. Should know better than to children. Waste the chance. This is also why I like a lot of music by Boys to Men. I need to listen to more of them. I love all through the night I'll make love to you like you want me to, and I'll hold you tight, baby, all through the night I'll make love want me to be the one. Do 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 do. Close your eyes, make a wish, and blow out the candlelights. Pour the wine, start the fire. I really like with a lot of songs like this as well, and just with like groups like this all together, how you can like hear them all playing with their voice each time they sing it. You know what I mean? You can hear that they get creative with it, and that's part of what I like. You like when you can hear all of them just bullshitting different ad-libs and stuff in the back, or like messing around with the melody. This anatomy is like really fucked up. Like real fucked up. Pour the wine, start the fire. I might need to redo this arm. Take my clothes off too. But yeah, this is one of the same reasons I like groups like Flow, and why I also love listening to them like live or in Tiny Desk and stuff like that. Fucking whatever. This arm's mostly fine. It's definitely fucked up. I think I gotta make it go more that way. Might let you have a taste. Make that corner body. See, can you really be surprised with how much I spend to collabs with Webb just singing when I'm like this and when Webb's also like this? It's the ADHD demons. Especially once we start getting quoting on like a stupid thing, because I've still had all of the Minecraft Awesome Parody Steve stuff stuck in my head after explaining all of those lyrics to Webb. I need more people to listen to Minecraft Awesome Parody Steve. I need all of you guys to listen to Minecraft Awesome Parody Steve. After this stream, I am begging you, go to Spotify and search 𝘆cie𝗂𝗿 Steve. Minecraft Awesome Parodies Steve. He's the guy who made Mine Diamonds, and he has a whole album of his parodies, including Mine Diamonds, on Spotify. He even has the Mine Diamonds slowed and reverb version on Spotify. And I love it, because I have it in my liked songs, and he's also in a playlist that I have with Neri for whenever we're hanging out, but I just like forget it's in there, so I'll just be doing stuff, and then I just hear like from the fucking speaker. And I'm so confused until eventually I hear like his fucking coughing echoing 50 times in slow motion. It's beautiful. Welcome to my mind. We are mining diamonds. We don't gotta strip mine. We don't gotta fight mobs. Welcome to my mind. Show me, play that note block nicely. Show me all those emeralds. We don't gotta dodge lava. I feel like she needs something on her. Like, I need to give her like a pattern or some kind of other thing on her outfit. So I'm gonna, you know what? I like this shape. I'll make something out of this shape in a sec. When I color, I'll turn that shape into something cool. I've decided that I like it. Welcome to my mind. I feel like if I do something like that, it's going to be a little too distracting. I just want her to feel a little bit more like a HSR character, and often that means that they need some bullshit going on. You know? I could give her like a capelet on this side or something. But it might best to leave her simple. We are mining diamonds. We don't gotta strip mine. We don't gotta fight, moms. Welcome to my mind. Play that note block nicely. Show me all the... But yeah, I need all of you guys to listen to Minecraft Awesome Parodies Steve after the stream, okay? Okay? I need at least one person to promise me this right now. I'm begging you. I am begging. I'm on my hands and knees and I'm begging. I am begging you. Please, 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 please get into Minecraft Awesome Parodies Steve. Please. It'll make it so much funnier whenever I sing them. Please. Whoops. Welcome to my mind. I need a way. I don't know what to say. Okay. Most of this seems fine now. What's that I found? Mine diamonds. Okay, cool. She has most of her stuff now, and now I just need to erase the other sketches. I need to sip you some water. Oh, I got myself like really cold juice, and I'm very happy about this. When it's super summer, I like to take a, well, it's not quite juice, it's a squash, you know, like high juice, the type where you're supposed to dilute it. But I really like taking something with that in a bottle and then putting like 10 billion million ice in it, and then I have a metal bottle so it keeps it cool and everything. And I just think it's yummy as fuck to have it like almost watered down a little bit, but like watered down enough that I still get the flavor, but it doesn't just become like shitty water, because then it's so refreshing. If I make it too thick, then it's not going to be refreshing and cool. Sorry, I needed to do that. Just cause. Anyway. Mentioning the stuff about Anthony. His nickname is also the Mad Hound. Ooh, hell yeah. What is it? Head of the Lohse family, one of the 5 founding families of the Royal Hunters, and a group I made up for Star Rail fan stuff. Awesome. Do you know that old saying, if you're an old man in a profession where men die young? Yes. I see what you mean. Hell yeah, I think he has aura. He sounds very auraful. He feels like he has like a aura when he walks in a room. Actually, hang on. I want to keep this little trophy for myself. I think I deserve it. I can go over here. On the N. I can go over there. I was gonna say, feels like he'd have aura, and then when he walks into the room in the same way as like a Capitano Genshin Impact. I know I compare everything to Genshin lately, but also you're talking about HSR, so it's fine. Okay. Right. What I need to do is I want to get rid of all of this gray sketchiness first. So we are going to transparent selection, and we're going to control A. Wait, hang on. Before I do that, I should do this. There we go. Because those are the same color, and I don't want that. Okay. Control A, Control X, bunk. Nice. She's nice and clean. I love doing that so much, bro. It's so satisfying. It's so much fun. She doesn't have a nose, but I'm just gonna... I think she's fine. Like, I think she's doing fine. And I also need to do that with this green that I had straight through the... Actually, I'm gonna get rid of the green. I know the half thing that I want. No, I'm gonna keep the green. Because that was there to tell me the thing I wanted to do. In which case, this is fine. And I can now replace this with this. Again, no, with that. Again, so it's not as distracting. And this, I want to change out. And also, partially because with this stuff... So, a lot of this line art, I did last time, right? Like, I did on the other stream. I'd also drew it with the pencil tool. But if you want to do the thing in MS Paint where you like use the eraser to color over something, as if you've got like a clipping layer where you can like pretend, then it can't often, most of the time it doesn't work when it's drawn with the pencil. It usually wants it to be background kinds of things, and it also won't work if you like save and close the thing and then come back to it. It will not count anymore. So the easiest trick for that, in my opinion, is literally just to copy paste it over again or to go change the color or anything. So that it counts as your background color that it saw on MS Paint's end. I don't know how to explain it. You'll see what I mean. But I do want to change this line color to be like this. Welcome to my mind. Nice. Aura. She looks pretty. There's definitely some things that are like janky as hell about this, including that fuck off shoulder, but I think she looks pretty overall, so it's okay. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, right. What I wanted to do is we need to start coloring. I think I'll mostly keep the base colors from here because I really like this inverted palette that she's got going on. Oh, she is particularly great. Oh, I need to get rid of this. And then we're gonna clean up all of these little details. All these little scuff parts. And she came out very pretty. I like her. Ta-dang, dang, dang, dang. Cleaning here and here and here. I've still got Welcome to My Mind stuck in my head. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. And also, We'll Mine Again. We'll mine again. Do you guys get exhausted listening to me sing 50 different songs a minute? Be honest. Don't know where, don't know when. Okay, and what I want to do is, like I said, I want to copy the inverted color palette thing going on from here because I think it's really sick. I think it's really cool. I love how she looks with the two red eyes like this anyway, where it's like the one that has red sclare and the one that has the red pupil and then the green one, but I think this is super yummy for an illustration, so I'm going to do that. Which means I got to take these colors, but these are a little bit inconsistent because of the way that this person paints, so I will take what I want from there. I might change this skin tone color a little bit. This is a nice shade. But I know we'll mine again in some dark cave. Keep mining through just like you usually do, till your diamond pickaxe breaks and you get a new one. Oh, won't you please mine some more diamonds from me? It doesn't take long. Oh, I forgot to call her Erin. You know what I really want to play again? This is really incredibly specific, but I really want to play the Willow Mist Emporium. I need the full thing to release already. I don't know why it came to mind recently. It's something that I missed. I think I might have been getting suggested by YouTube of my own streams, but it came to my brain. But I do have a bunch of other VNs and stuff lined up that I want to check out soon, so that is okay. I want to play that, and I want Date with Death 2 out, and I also need to keep replaying Date with Death 1 with the voice acting. Very much. Very, very much. So I have many things I'm excited for. Diamonds for me, it doesn't take long. I like your singing voice. Yay. Does that mean I can sing all the stupid things I want and you won't get tired? You won't get tired of my voice, will you? Slash reference. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. It's kind of nice. Yay. Yay. I'm glad you guys like me for my ADHD. But yeah, I'm thinking still again about the songs that I like singing and songs with like different ways I get to play with my voice with them. Cause what else is, right, another one that I do a lot with that I don't think I've sung on stream, I might have sung on stream once, I think, but I definitely would do again, is, If I Ain't Got You. That one gets stuck in my head a lot, but that's also because this is a really specific train of thought, but I've had the songs from, by Rose from Blackpink stuck in my head, and she did not write that one, but she did do a cover of that one, and I used to listen a lot to her covers that she did on this one show, which the name of it I'm forgetting, but on that one she did If I Ain't Got You alongside a few other singers, or was it her? Yeah, it was, as well as The Only Exception, and also I'm forgetting the other one that she did on there, and that's making me kind of sad, but I've had a bunch of her more recent music stuck in my head lately from her R album. Like Old Morning Today, I've been singing, back then, when I was running out of your place, I said, I never want to see your face, you hurt, baby, can you see me again, we were toxic till the end, wait, no, I knew, I don't want to see it again, we were toxic till the end, you see me when I said it was over, you hurt, baby, can you pull me in closer, I hurt, Plotting to stay up and we were toxic till the end. And that one is so Taylor Swift, and I love it for that. And like in Rose's own flavor for it as well, and I love it. That whole album is really good. I also, my favorite song from that album actually is Dance All Night. I think that one's really sweet, and I love the little Blackpink reference at it, and it's one of the ones I listen to whenever I need like a little like a soothing moment. It's very sweet. I would dance all night, not caring about the heartache in my life. Oh, and now we're not obsessed. Okay, what I'm considering here, so the way that this works, right, is this is like inverted on half of it. I can't invert colors quite the same way. What I can do is like just change their hue to the opposite thing in order to invert it without changing all the values, but I can't do that very well in MS Paint with the way the MS Paint color slider works. So what I might do is I might like color this side and then take a screenshot of it and invert it in CSV to get my color palette. Because it could take it from here, but like these are still multiple colors, so I'm still picking my own. So I'm going to color this side first where it's like not inverted and then work on the other bit. Got out of my bed today. Yeah, I love Dance All Night. Dance all night, I'll be there for you tomorrow. We can dry your eyes, I'll laugh away the sorrow when the morning comes. Just promise me you'll stay forever young, forever young. Oh, and now we'll dance all night. It's very pretty. And I also I've had specifically the bridge of Toxic Till the End in my head. I can't forgive you for a lot of things, for not giving me back my Tiffany rings. I'll never forgive you for one thing, my dear. You wasted my prettiest years. It's so hard. Just notice him. You notice what? Did I do something stupid? Challenge stream has it not? Oh yeah, that's weird. Let me refresh it. I don't know why it hasn't moved. That's really strange. I mean, like, I've been reading you guys on my end, but that's not like, you know, the one on screen is not the one that I read. I think the... No, why the hell is it... What? For some reason, it seems to be scrolled up. I don't know why it's scrolled up. Like, I can see it. When I move my head, there's a little arrow on it because it's, like, scrolled up on the thing. But I don't... Like, how the fuck did it even pull that off? I have no idea. What? Never forgive you for one thing, my dear. You wasted my prettiest years. Hello? Chat, please. Please. Hello? Bro. Why is it scrolled up like that? I'm really confused. I don't know why it's doing that. Like, the chat is moving, it's just all the way at the top. Yeah, I did notice the moles. It's just all the way at the top of the chat for some fucking reason. Which is very strange. There we go. Now it decided to scroll down to the bottom, I guess. Don't know what's up with that. But yeah, I noticed the moles. I like them. They're very cool. I love characters with unique moles. I mean, I'm biased considering I have all of my spots, but I love characters with unique moles. Dry your eyes, will laugh away the sorrow. When the morning comes, just promise me you'll stay forever young. Forever young. Is the color that I was going for? Yes, it is. Okay, because I need to put a little bit of that here or something. A little bit of... Dude. You can't say, like, any sentence to me without me singing. This actually happens IRL a lot. Like, all the time. For anyone who knows me in real life and in, like, just most situations altogether, this is very incredibly common. That you say fucking anything to me and I will have a song that relates to that sentence. Or, like, a really hyper-specific reference that I didn't have to go, like, scroll for 5 minutes for in order to find it. What other Rose things? Right, yeah, because I was thinking of a lot of songs that Rose covered as well, because she also did covers of, oh, Read My Mind was one of them. And Don't Look Back in Anger is one of my favorite covers that she's done on her channel, Roses and Rosie. There's another one that I'm thinking of, but oh right, she did Viva La Vida once. That was really pretty. So Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as we're walking on by. Her soul slides away. Don't look back in anger. I heard you say. Sometimes you can tell which version of like a song I've listened to most as well, because whenever I sing that song I think of Rosé's version before I think of any other, like the original or any other version, and half of the way, like I sing like that anyway, but Rosé also does a lot of the same like flicks and flips with her voice that I do, you know, so I have a tendency to do a lot of that as well when I'm singing songs in specific that she's covered too. Please don't put your life in the hands of a rock and roll band and throw it all away. That was me specifically impersonating Rosie there. But yeah, Rosé does a lot of that. So I always end up thinking of her version and like the pace that it's at and everything as well. You gotta start a revolution from my bed. 'Cause the thoughts of her ocean went to my head. Step outside, the summertime's in bloom. I am just impersonating Rosé now. Behind the fireplace, take that look from off your face. You ain't ever gonna burn my heart out. Do you guys like my Rosé impression? My half-baked Rosé impression? I can forgive you for a lot of things. I have just the ways that, even though I don't think I can impersonate them all off the top of my head, I do have the ways that, like, all of the Blackpink members, all of the Pinks sing, just, like, memorized so hard because I listen to all their songs so much. Here, hello, hi, hello. Hiya. You haven't missed much. I'm drawing. We're drawing Nihilos, this one of Crimson's OCs. She's very cool, very pretty. And I'm having fun. For not giving me back my Tiffany rings. I'll never forgive you. And I'm also singing a bunch of songs because I've had so many songs stuck in my head and I'm just yapping about different songs that have been stuck in my head, to be honest. If you've had any songs stuck in your head lately or songs you want to suggest to me, then let me know. I'll write them down. But yeah, I get Don't Look Back in Anger stuck in my head a lot lately. What else was it? There was something else. Oh, I've had more magnetic fields stuck in my head, although they're kind of, ever since I got into magnetic fields, they've kind of been just like the default in my brain for whenever I don't have anything else particular on there and I'm just like in like a calm moment, you know? But specifically lately it's been Little Words. You are the sweetest butterfly. It is your wings that make you beautiful, and I can make you fly away. But I could never make you stay. Not for all the tea in China. Not if I fluttered like a bird. Not for all North Carolina. Not for all my little words. That one. That one's very pretty. Okay, yeah, I want to color the blue in her hair, and like I said, I'm going to color most of this and then go back and do the other side after I can, like, invert it myself, because I can't do the inversion thing on CSP. On MS Paint. And if I was on another app, then also I would, like, just go change the hue myself, but yeah. I think, yeah, I remember seeing her opinions on stuff in her bio, because you were talking about it last time. You were talking about it last stream, so then I read it in there while we were on that stream, I think. Not for all the tea in China. Let me see what the hue they used for, what shade they used for this is, because I might go for a slightly different one, but I do like the combo that they have there. Not if I fluttered like a bird. Not for all North Carolina. Not for all my little words. I feel like when you take that song and just make it slightly more up-tempo like that, and also like higher with a more femme touch to it, then it sounds like an ABBA song. instead. It's like I can imagine the fucking vocal arrangement of it being ABBA song with like all the like the vocal layers over the not for all the tea in China, ding 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 ding. Not if I fluttered like a bird. Not for all North Carolina, ding 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 ding. Not for all my little words, you know. But in the original, it's a solo thing and just kind of has a much softer instrument to it. Not for all the tea in China. Yeah, with a little bit, it's slightly gankier beat. It's very ABBA. Speaking of which, there's more things I've had stuck in my head. I've had a lot of ABBA in there, specifically Angel Eyes. And dude, I'm gonna have to make the craziest MX tape post for 𝘆cie soon. I'm gonna have to do another one of those again, where I post like 4 songs I've been listening to recently as little recommendations for you guys, and it's just gonna be long as fuck. It's gonna end up being like 20 songs. Yeah, Angel Eyes has been in my head a lot lately. Look into his angel eyes. One look and you're hypnotized. He'll take your heart and you must pay the price. Every time I sing that song, I decide for myself. I do like a coin toss for which part of the harmony I sing. Look into his angel eyes. One look and you're hypnotized. He'll take your heart and you must pay the price. You're in paradise, and you'll find out that he wears a disguise. That was all the wrong notes. I've also had 𝘆cie music stuck in my head, specifically Fireflies, and I've also I remember recently I watched karaoke's by 𝘆cie𝘂𝗿 of 𝘆cie𝘂𝗿 and 11 Ways by the Beat, and 𝘆cie Debonair of 𝘆cie𝘂𝗿 and 11 Ways by the Beat, because 𝘆cie did a karaoke a little while ago just for himself, and also 𝘆cie did a birthday concert, and I've had the songs from both of those stuck in my head. Oh yeah, I've been listening to Supermassive Black Hole a ton lately, which is really specific compared to the other ones. Oh baby, I'm a fool for no one. Ooh, you set my soul alight. Ooh, you set my soul alight. Glaciers melting in the dead of night, and the superstars sucked into the supermassive. Glaciers melting in the dead of night, and a superstar sucked into the supermassive. Boom, boom, the supermassive black hole. Boom, boom, supermassive black hole. Boom, supermassive black hole. Boom, boom, into the supermassive. It goes so hard. That song is like sexy, honestly. I don't know how to, like, I mean, I know it's like kind of meant to be, but it's like somebody sing this and I'm like, whoo! Especially because in that concert it was actually I'm gonna hold back my thoughts. It was that sounds like it's something, I'm gonna say something crazy. I'm not, but I was like it was 𝘆cie𝘂𝗿 of 𝘆cie and 11 Ways by the Beat, and vox 𝘆cie𝘂𝗿 of 𝘆cie and 4th Wave 𝘆cie, and I love them both very much, and they're both very goated. But them singing that song together was very, very hot. So that's the end of my sentence before I say something crazy. Only you can make a joke about the song. Yeah, I make jokes about the song all the time. Whenever someone thinks I'm really hot and I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna show them a supermassive black hole. Glaciers melting in the dead of night, and the superstar sucked into the supermassive. Glaciers melting in the dead of night, and a superstar sucked into the supermassive. Boom, supermassive black hole. Boom. Boom, supermassive black hole. Boom, boom, supermassive black hole. I love making that stupid ass joke. Why wouldn't it let me get rid of this? But yeah, I gotta think about half of this is just me yapping about music today, huh? This is like a music zatsu just with the art on the side. Happy Students Sonic supposed to hear it take like 3 posts because of chat limits. Yeah, don't worry about it then. Song like sound of Leo. Which one's that? You set my soul alight. Glaciers melting in the dead of night, and a superstar sucked into the supermassive. What else has been stuck in my head post watching concerts? Oh right, I've been listening a ton to 𝘆cie𝘂𝗿. What, you're making a face at me? That must mean Leo's one that I either know or one that I've drawn, but I forget names very easily right now. What was I gonna say? Oh, Lio, right? Yes, okay. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I've been listening to 𝘆cie Summer by Mint Phantom. It's very pretty. 𝘆cie 𝘂𝗿, 𝘆cie𝘂𝗿. And Shoujo Ray I've been listening to a lot, especially because Math Monk posted a cover. And yeah, I mentioned that I've been listening to a lot of Honeyworks lately. I've had a lot of that on my mind. I really need to finish my trans lyrics and cover that I want to do of Watashi no Tenshi. I also want to cover a billion other Honeyworks songs because I just love Honeyworks. I have been listening again to all of the songs from Cosmic Princess Kaguya a lot lately, especially Reply, because that's one of my favorites. And Reply and Symphony of Moments I've listened to a lot. And also, why am I forgetting the name of the one that I was thinking of? I'm forgetting the name of one. Fuck. That one. That's completely interrupting me. Loki tempting me into membership. YouTube. No, yeah, that's a premium thing. But I do need to change my ads things altogether because it really pisses me off, like the type of frequency they have. I don't like it. I set mine personally at the moment just to be every half hour, which I think is like decent enough with YouTube because like having the ads there all together is what, you know, helps give me money. I know, but I can't remember. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why I can't remember the name because that's my favorite cover from the movie to listen to. I love listening to the way they do the harmonies for it. What was I gonna say? But yeah, I have mine set to be ads every half hour only, but I also, you don't really get to control how many there are when that happens and stuff like that. So I'm not fond of that. And also when you do that with YouTube, it puts the fucking ads like every 2 minutes or so in my in my VODs, and I really don't like that. A lot of time in my VODs I go back afterwards and turn off the mid-roll for them, or like go and delete them all manually because there'll just be so many. I really hate it. Like I have like 8-hour VODs out there where I go and look and YouTube says, yes, okay, you've picked the like average moderate amount of advertising. Mind you, I have never selected high, only the moderate amount, like the amount that's like not the lowest minimal, but like moderate amount of ads for my VODs. And I go look and it'll be an 8-hour VOD and every 2 minutes it plays like 3 ads. And I'm like, why? Why would I want that? What? When my ads are long, when my VODs are long enough, eventually they stop putting ads in after like 4 hours or something, but that's still fucking insane. It's crazy. I really wish I got a little more control over it. You can also select the option to like control when you play ads altogether, but then I'd have to like manually do it, and the only time I can think of doing that is when I'm like BRBing or something, I guess. But I don't know. Glaciers melting in the dead of night, and the superstar sucked into the supermassive. I might try doing that sometime though, to set mine specifically off and then only have them like to be manual. But yeah, at the moment they should only play one, like a set of ads every half hour, which is the longest I can select for intervals, because they have an option that lets you select time intervals, and it can be like every, what is it? Hang on. The options it gives you for that, for the estimated frequency, is every 6 minutes, 12 minutes, 18 minutes, 24, or 30 minutes. So I have mine at 30 minutes. Glaciers melting in the dead of night, and the superstar sucked into the supermassive. Yeah, that song is so good. I also had, earlier today, more music suggestions. I had, Cannibal by Nathan Apollo in my head. You won't eat me, hungry, hungry cannibal. I never feed the animals. You won't eat me, hungry, hungry cannibal. I never feed the animals. Banger. All his stuff is really good, though. My favorite songs of his are Anything for You and You Suck. Now I'm so in love. Now I'm so in love. Now I'm so in love. You suck, you suck, you suck. It's really cute. And that one's also with Akintoye, who I like a lot. I've also been what I've had stuck in my head lately is "It's Getting Hot" by Akintoye, because it's I every time I say the sentence "It's getting hot," I go "It's getting hot" and think of that song. And I really like one of the other ones I've been listening to a lot of his lately is "Raw," which the lyrics for that one go so fucking hard, and they're also like so fucking funny for the fucking hook. I need to find these fucking lyrics for you guys. I love them. Raw, like a baby on the way, I do it raw. Caucasian dinner plates, bitch, I'm so raw. Giving niggas smack down, I play it so raw. Zoo lion, they flying in just to see a nigga raw. Like a baby on the way, I do it raw. Caucasian dinner plates, bitch, I'm so raw. Giving niggas a smack down, I play it so raw. Zoo lion, they flying in just to see a nigga raw. It goes so hard, and I love it. I love when rap lyrics are like kind of out of pocket like that, in a way that makes it like almost funny, but that's part of what makes it hit so hard, you know? I fucking love Zoo Line, they flying in just to see a nigga raw. It's so fucking good. But fucking Caucasian dinner plates, bitch, I'm so raw. Give niggas smack down, I play it so raw. Zoo Lion, they flying in just to see a nigga raw. He always has such great flow as well. I've also had stuck in my head one of my favorite songs of all time lately that ended up on my gender playlist is "They Want FX" by Das FX, and that song is so fucking good. I think you also all should listen to look at the lyrics for that one. Hello, I'm gonna put this title of the song I'm talking about right now in chat. Okay, this one is called "They Want FX," and I just need you to go listen to it sometime. It's on my gender playlist. It's so me. Listen to it sometime and read the lyrics, because they're just like. The point of it is mostly just him saying nonsense and gibberish, and also a whole bunch of different little references to like nurse rhymes and stuff, but like with such aura, and I fucking love it. It's so fucking silly, because what I always get in my head is fucking my waist bone's connected to my hip bone's connected to my thigh bone's connected to my knee bone's connected to my huddy ha ha ha, the jibbity jabbity jabba jabba at your funny bone, skip the overtime, I'd rather have my honeycomb, or preferably like, it's so fucking, it gets stuck in my head. Dun 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 dun. They want effects, some live effects, they want effects. Well, I'll be down, shivering me timbers, yo, head for the hills. I picked a weeping willow and a daffodil. It's so good. I fucking love these lyrics so much. Like, they're just so funny. They're so funny, but that gives it such an extra aura to say all of this, like, so with such stupid stuff, and then just like have such a good fucking beat to it. Bum stiggity, bum hum. I got the bum bum, but I can fee fire foe diddly fum. Here I come. So Peter Piper, I'm hyper than Pinocchio's nose, cause I'm a supercalifragilistic tic-tac pro. I fucking love it. I love it so much. It's me-core. It's fully me-core. Hardy har har har. Okay, right. Let's add more of this gradient to here, and then yeah, after I've done this is when I will go and invert that on the other side. I like giving the hair kind of like layers to this. Like, it looks like this blue part is sort of like an underlayer of hair, you know? Which I think is very pretty. And adds a little special something. A little something something. Yay, it's my demo. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. It almost kind of looks like fur, but I kind of fuck with it. When I was thinking about this OC, sure, this song is so silly and you gotta just like, yeah, exactly. You gotta listen to it sometime. Like, it slaps so fucking hard, and it's so me. That's me. That's my gender. That's Emmy core. That's fully Emmy core. They want effects. Some love effects. They want effects. think what I'm going to do for to add a little more shade to this is I'm going to add a purpler color, because I'm looking at this and the way it sort of fades in there, and I really like that. I know that's partially because it's like a blended around the face, but I want to replicate that over here instead by making the darkest parts of this a little bit purpler in tone. I think it's a nice way to bring these colors together. Bum bum ba dum bum bum bum. They want effects. Some live effects. They want effects. Some live effects. They want effects. Yeah, I think this is a real nice touch. Do 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 do. Yeah, I think that looks pretty. Let me clean up this purple a bit because it's a little bit splodgy. I've also had My Little Pony songs stuck in my head lately, partially because every now and then Nary will be making an OC, and he makes some of the weirdest playlists for his OCs in the best possible way. But I'll know he's making a new OC because he'll come to me and be like, "Hey, give me songs that fit this criteria," and they will be the stupidest criteria anyway ever. Hi, like he was asking me for ones for an OC recently, or it'll always be like really specific fandom things. Like, hey, what's an MLP song that would fit this specific thing? Because he's not an MLP fan, but he knows this OC would have an MLP song in his playlist. I'm like, okay, you want fan songs or real songs? You want this or this or this? And then I give him a bunch. But that means that I got to introduce Neri to Anthropology by Awkward Marina, and I'm very happy about that because I love that song. Human beings fascinate me, being just the way they are. Tell me, little pony, can you push a cart or drive a car? Lyre is my instrument, but humans strum their sweet guitar. It's a mystery. Anthropology. Fingers, toes, and tiny noses, brownish hair and tannish skin. Would it be too much to ask to see the world they're living in? Everybody tells me that it's old and fake mythology. It's so real to me. Anthropology. Aren't you bored of brushing your coat, styling your mane with your hooves? I don't mean to butt in or gloat, but ancient history proves. Okay, I think that looks very pretty. Mighty purty. I don't need to horse around, no. I can stand on 2 legs. I would trade my magic powers for a pair of new legs. But yeah, that's been stuck in my head. Adding a little bit more to the purple parts so that they stick out in their own way. Cool, and I will add more to the shading of that when I have the other side of the hair done. Because for now I think that is fine. Any other little touch-ups I can do myself. Let us color this side of her face. In which case we need to do the red for her eye. Or actually no, the eye is white on the inside on this side, but I kind of want to make it an off-white. I think this is white is going to be a little bit too bright. Let's give it a little bit of a purple tint to match with everything else, to, like, you know, sort of tie them together more nicely. Yeah, but I want to round off this bit a bit more. And then I'm going to put this color here as well. I might make it still a little bit darker. I'm not sure, because I do still want it to pop, but I think it should be like a tiny bit bluer. Yeah, that's better. That's better. That balances a lot more. Okay, and yeah, the pupil for this eye is red. I also want to add a little pizzazz to this shirt, so I'm going to do that first. I know she has this purple color, but I might not be able to show that here, because with the angle this is at, you'd only be able to see the color and not like the undershirt, I think. At least I think you wouldn't be able to see it very much. For a pair of new legs, grab your cameras, come on, zoom in. Favorite mare's a human being. That is who I'll be. Despite being one of the most wait, Something interesting about this 𝘆cie. Despite being one of the most wanted women in the universe, she's never once attempted to hide. Like, the IPC is actively hunting her, and she just doesn't hide. She's not in hiding. She's never covered her tracks. Despite that, all that, the IPC cannot for the life of them find her. That's really fun. She just run away. Does she just peace out when they show up? Humans don't have wings or magic. They don't need it. They don't care. Oh, they've got imagination. New inventions everywhere. Babies, children, teens, and elders all alike have clothes to wear. It's so real to me. Anthropology. Okay, this like clothing shading I'm still going to do very roughly regardless, but I do want to give it a little bit more some. Yeah, that's nice. And then a little bit of depth here, but this part's staying more in the light because this is like a, you know, like pushed up to the camera. And then we'll do some more of that over this side. Because this little corner is in darkness. And under where her hand is. And then this part of her arm should be shaded, I think. I want to add some more to that, especially because it looks a little bit freaky and skin tight at the moment, but that is somewhere along the vision. But I want to blend that out a bit more, so let's do our fake gradient thing again, where I get the highlighter, I brush it over the dark color I want with the lighter color, and then I keep eyedropping that until I get a satisfying middle ground shade. This one seems fine for now. I don't quite like the way I shaded that, but I will come back to that. I'm not a huge fan of the way she did that at all, to be honest. It kind of just looks like her clothes are wet. Okay, we need less of the contrast. There's a little too much of it going on, or at least in too many places. Maybe I'll make that part like that. Sure. I think that's okay. This is also kind of distracting. That's fine for now. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Now we have skin and then the eye. I am gonna do the skin first. Okay. Let's give her skin some color. Ooh! Ah! I know I just said that I made my drink really super icy on purpose, but just now it was really cold in my teeth. Ooh! Ah! Okay. Can make her a little bit more purple in the shadows for her skin tone, and I want to make sure I'm not desaturating her much as well, because her skin is already really desaturated here. And I gotta make sure I'm not just turning her fully gray. She'll look dead. I think that tone is still a little too desaturated on its own. Let's try a different one. Let's give it a little bit more life. That's a little too much, I think. That's way too pink for how everything else is. Frick. This one should work. I'll add another more desaturated one after. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about this little finger shading I did, but I feel like it adds a little something, but also it kind of just makes it look like she's cold. But it is a nice depth, but the issue is I'm not really replicating that depth on the face yet. And if I want the finger part to make sense, then I've got to, otherwise it's going to look really odd. In which case I do need to give her a nose, don't I? I did also want to make sure that her eyelids were very intense, because they were in the original too. Yeah, that's fine. And let me clean that up a little bit. I need to give her a nose. Yeah, unfortunately, I need to give her a nose. You'll have to clip me saying it in the last time that I don't need one. Yeah, I think that's pretty nice. I might make some of that less purple. So I'm going to do the thing again to get my middle ground color, because I want something that's a lot closer to this main skin tone. And I want to even out some of this a bit. Like here, I think I want less of that and more like that. Maybe? Yeah, I think that's nice, actually. Okay, and I want the same over here. I want at least some of it to have different tone, because it gives her nose more depth. That shadow from her hair should be one flat color, but I think the eyelid one can have something else to it. Like this. Just to give it a little something something. Cool. Okay, now is the part. Now is the part where I'm going... Wait, no, I need to do her eye first before that. It's not the part yet. It's not the part yet. It's eye time first. Let's get her eye color. This is like super red, so I probably won't go quite as red as that. Even though like the redness is meant to stand out, it's like really, really red. So I'll probably pink it up a little bit more, just to give it a little bit more, like to unite it a little bit more with the rest. It'll still look red, but... I know this color looks pink right now, but just trust me. Trust the process. Aren't you bored of brushing your coat? Styling your mane with your hooves. A gloss and... You want me to get out like a real ass fucking prism to invert the colors or something? Bruh? Be so for real. Be freaking for real. I'll see you drink some water. Ah. Like in the drawing? What do you mean? Having gloss like it's follower. Ah, I see. That would have been a little tricky to pull off, but I do think it's a cool idea. I mean, technically I can still do that because I have this line here, but I haven't decided what it is yet, you know? So I can put gloss or something there. There's nothing stopping me. Yeah, okay, let me desaturate this color a bit more, and then I can make it redder. Because I do want the red to pop, but I also still want it to look like it's in the same drawing as the rest of the stuff. And I think I can add more extra hyper red tint to it once I have the other eye in anyway. I need to make sure she stays looking up, because that is a lot of what's giving her this little, like, a sexy, almost evilness to her right now. Styling your mane with your... butt in or gloat. But ancient history proves. Okay. I need a lot of middle ground colors here in order for me to make this shit look good and make sense. I don't need to. It's really windy outside. I can hear the wind through my window, and that's really fucking weird for a summer morning. I don't know if I just didn't close my window enough, but I can hear it through my window even though I've got headphones on, and that's strange. Horse around now, I can stand on 2 legs. I would trade my magic powers for a pair of new legs. Now I can add the funky pattern on here. And I want to make that a little darker in the center. But not all the way dark, but I do want to take this color over it. Although I am tempted by that dark. Asgore Undertale. I think that doesn't quite look like the shape that she's going for enough. And her eye also looks more open than I intended. Yeah, I made it too round. But it's also partially just because I drew her eye really round altogether. That's a bit more like the cannon shape. There's something inside you, it's hard to explain. They're talking about you, boy. There we go. Now she's got her look. Now she's got the look. Okay. Now what I need to do is I need to grab this, and I'm going to invert these colors in CSP to get the other side. Because I could take the colors from here, but like I need to... wait, let me draw her scar first. I forgot about that. I want them to be actually inverted from it, which means I need to go do that in something else. Because I do not have that capability in MS Paint. That is way too light. I need to sharpen this and make the shape a little bit more natural at the same time. But yeah, way too light, way too light, way too light. That's more like it. And it's also got to go over the shadows here. And I'm going to add a tiny bit of a gradient to it as well, just to make it blend in a little bit more naturally with how the colors and everything else are. Just want a little bit of something, maybe even just around the edge. Yeah, okay, there we go. What? You mean the blush? Is that blush? I thought she had scars on her face. Oh, it is blush. Ah, see, from here I could not see it as lines, so I thought she just had scars on her cheeks. Never mind. I'm ditching that then. It's so pale and in such a like dense shape that it just looks like it's scars from here. Okay, we can do what I wanted then. Let me save a version of this. And we're going to go to CSP. And you guys will see that in a sec. I will open up my screen there too. We're gonna invert this over there. Yeah, funky coconuts. Heaven, heaven, heaven. Sure, tell me her thoughts on the Trailblazer. Oh, baby, baby, crazy coconuts. You know, it's actually cool enough that I'm actually kind of cold. That's crazy. Today's weather is nice. I'm actually kind of cold now. I need to turn off my fan. I can finally have it off. This is a great day. The universe keeps handing them impossible choices, and somehow they keep finding impossible answers. Honestly, that's the closest thing to a kindred spirit I've met in years. Though, if they ever start ignoring me, we're going to have a problem. Hell yeah. I like her energy. I like her energy a lot. Okay, okay. Well, let me open the PNG even though I'm editing it in MS Paint. Let's find out. It might not. Please. It will! Okay, okay, cool. So, what I want to do is I'm gonna get this and we're gonna get our color palette from here. Boom! Perfect. Now I can save this and then I have my inverted color reference. I cannot do that in CSP. There's a little evil Emmy in the corner and everything too. Now I close CSP, I go back here, and I'm gonna drag that in over here as a ref for the other colors. Where am I gonna put this? This is big as fuck. Well, I guess I won't need her ref, like this side of her ref for the time being, so I'm just gonna shove it here. Because I already know how these parts look. I'll put them back after. Okay, cool. So now we want the other half of her hair. And shit. So now we get the inverted colors. Actually, wait, hang on. I kind of want to... This inverted also the brightness because I reversed gradient, but I could have technically done that without changing the whites to blacks, I think. Let me check. Ah, no, but you did that in the other one as well, so I'll go with it. Don't make it ever fall. Negative Emmy, maybe sometime. Maybe sometime. I don't know. 止められない Yeah, yeah, yeah この恋この愛でメロディー溶けちゃうよ And then we clean up all these little bits of stray whites over here. There we go. Oh, you know what I've been watching? I think I might have said this, but I've started watching the Bang Dream Yume Mita anime lately, and it's so fucking good. I love it so much. RLA is just like me for real, which feels crazy to say when it's like a real VTuber as well, but also the character version of her is just like me for real. She's so real, and I really want to cover the opening and also the ending. And I need to cover Street Cat finally. I need to cover Street Cat by Flavor Foley because I said the second that it dropped that I would do that as soon as my voice is better. And my voice is better now, so Emiraki, chop chop. Oh, it's a really weird feeling to do this shading now, actually. Oh, because now I've got to treat these colors as if they're the shadow instead of treating them as if they're light, even though they're lighter than the... Oh, this is going to feel really strange. Maybe I should have colored this normally and then inverted it and then just copy pasted the colors. That might have been smarter than doing... Because now that, like, if I do it like this, I have to shade with lighter colors now. Which is kind of hard. Because I'm not going to use them the same way. Yeah, okay. Let me... For the rest of it, like the skin, I can do it like that. But for this, I am gonna color this purple style. Yeah. It would definitely make more sense. See, I had a vision. And I think it's because if I was on CSP, I'd probably flicker back and forth between them more and then be able to pull it off. But yeah, it would make more sense. Let me do that. That'll make my life easier. And then I'll continue shading this as normal and then invert the other half. And then I will have to like select and grab and replace each color when I do that, but it won't be too much hassle. I can figure it out. Let me also get the fuller size of her ref back in here too. I love doing hair. I very much love doing hair. You are correct. I love doing hair. It's my favorite. It's the best part of everything. Where's your comb? There it is. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Do a little bit of this. A little bit of I'm doing 𝘆cie𝘂𝗿. That's a hell of a name. Okay, is this the purple color? This one. I need this one so that I can do shading to the hair that isn't blue. And do a lot of that over here. Because this part is mostly shaded purple. Let's do that and then clean that up a little bit. Yeah, hair is just so fun to color because you get to do literally anything you want with it, really. There's like 10 million ways to go about coloring and shading hair depending on your style and just what you feel like doing, you know? And you can be so creative with it. And you can be so creative with like colors and how you use them with it, and you're like never wrong. That's why it's so awesome sauce. Because hair does like reflect in a lot of different colors, especially when you have like, you know, it actually dyed and shit. But it just picks up so many colors because of the fact that it's like so thin, and bounces off so many colors from everything else. And you get such like cool contrast between light and dark in it. It has so much flow to it that you want to shade. It's just yummy. It's just yummy. I love hair. That makes it sound freaky. I love hair. Yum yum yum. But I love hair. I love hair. I love shading hair. It's just the bestest. It's just freaking awesome. Don't really want a huge amount of the shadow here because it'll overlap with the little inner bit there. Yeah, more like that. That's much nicer. Okay, I want this purpler color that I had here to add a little more pizzazz to some places. I'm gonna make my brush a little smaller because I'm gonna be using this for definition. And because in the original, like, she gets a lot purpler in certain parts. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. That looks kind of fiery again. I like that. I definitely need to add more. A little something here. And I will add more darkness to that in a sec as well. But I also want to put... Well, most of this side actually just gets blue instead, rather than much of the purple. But I feel like adding the purple is really important. I think I want a tiny bit of extra purple. I want to make this extra pinky purple compared to the rest too, to add to these pots, because there's a lot of it on her hair here. I did not make that color correctly. Ooh, that's way too bright. That's way too intense. Okay, let's try that again. I wanted to shift the hue and make it darker. This is the reason it's like blue because of the way they were. No, yeah, I know, but like I like it, so that's what I'm going off. Why is this so saturated intense? Oh, I keep getting either brown out of it, or just something like super hot pink. That's not my goal. Yappa bodo. That's too dark. Instead of that edge that I did there, I want to go like this. Yeah, that's yummy. Okay, I fuck with that. I fucks with that. I do need a little bit more of the darker color here. And I'll just add a tiny bit of this lighter one as like a highlight to make it blend with the blue more. And this over that. Then I just need to add the blue to the other side. Cool, okay. I've also BRB really quick before I add the blue to the other side because I really need to pee. I did not realize. I forgot that I needed to pee, and I do that, and I'm also going to grab a drink for myself and then move in here. So, while I'm gone, while I'm on BRB, what's my BRB question going to be today? If you could dye my hair 2 colors, what colors would you dye? How would you dye it as well? Would you put it in an 𝘆cie𝘂𝗿 pattern? You can make something up. It can also be stupid. You can even add more colors. But if you could dye my hair 2 colors, what would you do? I'll be right back. I just need to go pee really quick. I'm back. I'm back. I had to turn my fan on again. Because even though before I was like cold, running up and down the stairs made me hard again. Horde? I promise it didn't make me hard. It made me hot again. So now I have my fan on again, but it's okay. One back. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, blue with like a yellow, like zigzag lightning pattern sounds awful as fuck. That sounds really cool. Okay, let's add the blue to this side. I'm gonna start with this bit. That's another thing I've been listening to lately. I burped in the middle of my sentence. Hang on. But yeah, that's another thing I've been listening to a lot lately is Melody by The Beat, their latest single. It's very good. It's very, very catchy and like I don't know, I like the funkiness to it. Metal, 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 knee. Do 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 rendezvous. Boom, do 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 do, boo do 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 do. Do 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 do. Na 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 na. Don't you wanna have a rendezvous? I don't fully like the curve I've gone there because I feel like it doesn't follow the curve of the hair. Because I made the hair have this very specific shape to it on this side. Because I like doing this specific kind of curve to give the hair depth where it goes like phew, phew. I need to sort of mimic that. Ooh. I always forget that the flip is counted in undoing actions on MS Paint. I don't like it being there. I think the best POV did is her opinion on the whole of the IPC. Hell yeah! You did mention that one. You know what listening to that song makes me think of? It always I get Living La Vida Loca in my head afterwards. Outside, inside out, living la vida loca. She will tear you down, living la vida loca. Her lips are devil red, and her skin's the color mocha. She will wear you out, living la vida loca. She's living la vida loca, living la vida loca. Her lips are devil red, and her skin's the color mocha. Okay, we getting some blue going on over here. That's nice. That's nice. I want it to be mostly the darker blue on this section. Skin's the color mocha. Her skin's the color mocha. When I say that, I think of mocha from Cinema Roll. She will wear you well, living la vida loca. Oh, that's the same color. I thought I had another in-between shade for these, because that's a really big jump. There it is. She's into superstition, black cats and voodoo dolls. Boom, boom, do 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 do. That girl's gonna make you fall. She'll make you take your clothes off and go dancing in the rain. She'll make you chase away your fears, but she'll push it on your pain like a bullet to your brain. Outside, inside out, living la vida loca. She will wear you out, living la vida loca. Her lips are devil red, and Her skin's the color mocha. It's a banger. Absolute fucking banger. And I also will admit, every single time I listen to it, no matter how much of a banger it is, I do think of Shrek. I do see fucking Donkey and Puss singing this in my head every single time. Her skin's the color mocha. Yeah, now her hair's looking pretty. It's looking pretty. I need to add some more of this dark color in the same, and use it in the same way that I did on the other side, which is like this. Yeah, like that. She'll make you take your clothes off and go dancing in the rain. Like a bullet to your brain. Okay. Let's add a little more depth over here. Like that. Ooh, I think that's a really nice touch. It's a little contrast. But then again, I do want it to be a gradient. Nah, I like it though. I want more of the dark purple here, and I want to add a color in between these two in this little corner. Right here. I want to blend this purple and this like blue together. Like a bullet to your brain. Yeah, that's nice there. And maybe a tiny bit here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I like that. Because I didn't want this to have too much light-dark contrast anyway, so it doesn't really have much shine to it yet, at least, because I think the colors thing going on will be enough. But I might add a little bit of white to it after I color her other eye. So that takes the same sort of red from here, so I'm going to take this one, I think, to fill the eye in here. Because I definitely want to make sure that also this eye is red and not like one of the pink brighter shades I did here. Because if it's too light, it'll just look like she's got pink eye. And that's not the goal. She's meant to have edgy eyes. Spooky scary. Okay, and then we need to do the eye color in there itself, which I'm going to take from the inverted thing here. I also do need to pull the ref back up. Oh, she's looking cool. Yeah, I really like this color palette of hers. I think it's really tasty. It's like a tricky one to go for because of how tricky the colors are to get together. Like, if I was making her full outfit, I'd have a hard time. But I think it would honestly be a really fun time as well. I think it would be fun to come up with something that makes these colors look like they're purposefully together, even though they have so much contrast in a way that's like clashing on purpose. I don't know how to put it, you know? It's like the clash, the way these colors fight each other is part of the visual here. That's part of the intended look. That's what makes it look so funky, freaky. Okay, yeah, that's a lot bluer there, so I'm gonna bring in some of this. And this one has like a top to bottom gradient, right? Because on the red side, it's like a gradient towards the middle by the looks of it. But on the blue side, the eye like is a gradient from up down. Yeah? If I'm interpreting this correctly. I'm gonna make these lines a little bit jagged as well, just because the ones on the other side are. Yeah, okay, cool. We give them a little bit of a curve to them so that it still looks like her eye is curving with the angle she's at. Like I need to be a little bit denser here than on the edge. Do the same here. Like I need that to come up here a bit more. And then get this bit and bring it down a little further. And same for this bit. Yeah, now our eyes have the curve to them. And then it goes yellow in that corner. Which I'm mostly going to use a really desaturated green for, though. Entire body's a walking contradiction. Yeah! That's why the colors are so fun. Nice. Okay, I think even that yellow is enough. And then it has that darker color for the pupil in that little funky shape. Which I'm going to take this one and brush it over that one until I get a color that I like for that. Because it's kind of the same as what I did on the other side. Outside, inside out, living the vida loca. She will wear you out. I think that's a little bit too big. It makes her look a little bit too excited. I want it smaller. Because the smaller it is, the more she's like looking up under her lashes at you. And it gives her a more freaky and also kind of bedroom-eyesy look, which makes her look more evil and cool. Or more just like scary. Gives her aura. Yeah, that helps it look more scary. Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. Hi, Web. Good morning. Good morning. Good, Web. Okay, and then we need to add the purple on this side, and then soon we can do the inverting thing. I'm gonna take that and go over here. Actually, I'm gonna get this color for the eye here. So it looks like it's affected by the hair, but also you can still see it, you know? Even though I didn't make the eyelash visible on the other side, just don't worry about it. I didn't feel like it on the other side. It's under more layers of hair. Don't worry about it. Or I could also always just like make this one actually go over the hair, to be fair. But I feel like it doesn't make sense for how thick the hair is, though. You know? I could. I might. Ooh, I can't decide now. I can't decide. Yeah, this is a commission. This is a commission for Crimson. Of his 𝘆cie𝘂𝗿. I think I'll make you go over there. Whether you should live or die, though you'll probably go to heaven. Please don't hang your head and cry. I wonder why my heart feels dead inside. It's cold and dark and petrified. Okay, I'm going to use this red to add a little more to the edge of the eyes here, because I think that could be cool. Because I had these little sketchy lines on this one, but I feel like it makes more sense if that's got a redness to it. It looks a little bit too much like bleeding on the other side though, so we'll only do a tiny bit. Okay, I want to shade her eye a little bit with these same colors. This is the one that I drew that in, right? Yeah. So let's get this one and just get a subtle color. I turned my fan off because I thought it was fine, but it's still warm here. Emmy art is so lovely. Thank you. I think web art is so lovely too. Next year, I need to finally. Next year, I will. I'll say that. Next year, I will finally partake in art fight, and then we can fight each other with art. Yay! We can attack each other all day long, like friends. And then for this side, we will go a sort of bluish tone for the eyeshadow. Oh, I could bury you alive, but you might crawl out with a knife. And I kind of feel like our eye needs to be in more shadow altogether here because of the placement it's in with the hair. And kill me when I'm sleeping, that's why I can't decide whether you should live or die. More like that. Yeah, that makes more sense. Though you'll probably go to heaven, please don't hang your head and cry. I wonder why my heart feels dead inside. It's cold and dark and petrified. Lock the door and close the blinds. We're going for a ride. Okay, your name being a listener being on the path of inhalation by pure chance, really? That's really funny. I mean, it makes sense for her with how you described her. I can't really imagine her on a path other than nihility. It makes her sound like she's kind of like she's meant to be like a emanation for it or something. Is she? Do I want to add like a purple in there? No, I think it's fine. I do want to make her teeth a little bit darker to match this eye because it's kind of glowing a little too much for my liking. Go somewhere in between, like that. Yeah. Okay. I also need to add the shirt to the other part where I didn't color it yet, and then shade that as well. And also refine whatever fuck-ass pattern I put there. And then I need to put her moles in. Crawl out with a knife and kill me when I'm sleeping, that's why. You know, the first time I heard that song was from a My Little Pony animation, but I feel like that's also a lot of people's experience. That's really specific. But there's an MLP one of like cupcakes, like with like Pink Amina and Rainbow Dash. I think it might be by Viv, actually, by Viva Amateur Link. It might be, because I'm thinking about the animation style, and that was the way that that she was animated stuff, so. Okay, there's still some sketchiness in some places, but also I'm kind of accepting that. I do want to add something to this pattern so that's actually a pattern. I think what I'm going to do is go over it like this. So it's just sort of definition for her clothes instead of, I don't know how to explain it. Rather than a pattern in a color, I kind of want it to be almost like it's something like embossed in it. Like an engraving almost. I don't know if this light and dark thing for it will work, but no, that doesn't really work, does it? I'd have to make it lighter for the whole thing. Ah, fuck it, I'm gonna try it anyway. I think I like it. And I'll do something of the same on here. Just to give her a little something. I can't decide whether you should live or die. Sure. It just makes her shirt look a little bit more alive. I mean, it shouldn't be alive, but it gives it a little more life for the rest of her, that her shirt actually has something on it. Did you see the other family as posted for the Royal Hunters? I don't know if I did. I'm gonna leave her buttons as is because I think it's kind of works that it's just sort of out of the way there. I need to color in her piercing over here. And she needs her moles, which are just in a little triangle, right? Yeah. Yeah, she's pretty. She's fine as hell. She's cool. She's got that pretty unsettling stare. She's got that scaring the hose type look. She can, like, you know, she's got that, like, can I come over and stare at you like this? She looks like she's gonna stare at you, like, you're gonna, like, ask her on a dinner date and she's gonna stare at you over the counter like this the whole time and you're just really uncomfortable. She's not even fucking saying anything. Except her food just keeps arriving even though it doesn't seem like she ordered it and you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah. Okay, is there anything else I want to add? I might want to add, I want to add a little pizzazz to her eyelashes, I think. I feel like they deserve something. They deserve a little bit of aura. They deserve a little funk. Yeah. I think this color right here specifically opened her eyes up a little bit too much. I'm gonna get rid of that one. I do still want these to hang darkly over her eyes. So I'll leave those like that. I like it when it's got a little less light to it. In fact, I might do the opposite of that instead and add light to the top. That would make more sense. Bum, 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 bum. They want effects. Blab effects. They want effects. My knee bones connected to my hip bone. My hip bones connected to my waist bone. My waist. Wait, no. My thigh bones connect. My knee bones connected to my thigh bone. My thigh bones connected to my hip bone. My hip bones connected to my waist bone. My waist bones connected to my hottie ha ha ha. Yeah, okay, I think just that little bit of light over there is nice for the eyelashes. Do I want to do anything else before I do the inversion? I think I don't. I do want to shade her face a little more, I think. But also, it's always risky once I start trying to think about shading a forehead, because I can't do that without it becoming a whole other problem when I've got bangs like this. Because it just looks awkward if you half-ass it. I can do that at most. Yeah, I think she's got her sauce. I think she's got her sauce. I feel like I could do a little more with the skin, but also it doesn't feel like there's a huge amount more I could do with the skin, like, in a way that's satisfying for this, without, like, painting a bunch extra. Because what I did to the hair, I can get away with, like, fake painting that a lot easier. The skin has more of a specific shape. So there's only so much I can do for that. I need that to be less saturated if I'm gonna do that. Like, I could do something like this. I can add a little bit of highlight, but I can only add it in very limited places. Because everything else is so not highlighted. Highlight. Oh my god, highlight? Like highlight? Iris, it's Iris! I want that shine over here. And yeah, if I want it anywhere on her head, it needs to be like on her eyelids. Or if I was gonna shine the nose, it would be there. I guess that makes sense. That's a decent little touch. To make her nose look more like it actually is there again. Okay. Eyelid! Eyelid! It's eyelid! I'm imagining right now like an edit of her that's literally just her eyelid. Eyelid, it's eyelid. Shot in the dark, take me away. I don't care if I won't see another day. Until the bubbles go. Carbonated love. Amy asked a question, huh? Would it be possible to get both a version of her and uninverted and one with the aversion part? Sure. I can do that. I need to get rid of my fuck ass line first, but I can do that. I can save 2 versions now. I don't care if I won't see another day. Save and you lost file 2. And let's get rid of the thingy on this one. Carbonated love. I would just get rid of the green thing by doing the, like, selecting it, but then it's going to have a white line through it regardless, you know? Oh, you know what I might do for this? Crimson, in theory, would it make sense to put her in a place where there's lasers on her? Because when I look at this line, it kind of looks like she's like looking through a fucking laser, you know? Like in it, like she's in spy mode. I might do that to get away with the green thing. I could also technically just make the background green, but I think that would look weird. Yes? Cool. I need a reference. Carbonated love. Carbonated love. Okay, so for this version, let me, and it's gonna need to be dark behind her in some way or another. I don't ask. No, it's okay. I don't need to ask. That is too light. Can I make it her line color? That'll take away a lot of contrast though, won't it? I need to make it darker. This also might end up not working. I might end up going back on this idea. But we'll see. It kind of works. I think I still need to make it darker. Darker yet darker. Shine in the dark, take me away. I kind of want to put cross like over her eye. Oh fuck. That is the curve tool, not the straight line one. But I think that makes more sense than over her eye. I can kind of, if I'm careful with this, use it to guide your eye where I want. Because this triangle kind of makes you look at that eye of hers. But I gotta be careful. I might also put some in a darker green. No, they need to stay light. I would love to add a glow to these, but I cannot do that in MS Paint without it being a pain in the ass. I might try and add a little bit of light to them like this. I'm gonna test if it works. Does that make them look a little bit more laser? Maybe. I think that makes it look a little more interesting, at least. I don't want to make it look drippy, though, or it's going to look like the other thing. Do 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 do. I know. Do 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 do. Yeah, I don't want it to look too drippy. It looks like webs. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Quote Docker, yeah, Docker is the official thing I'm gonna tell. Yeah, I know. That's why I said it. It comes to mind pretty much every time that I say I'm gonna make something Docker. Okay, cool. This will be your uninverted version. This will be your normal version. It looks a little odd like this, I think, but it's okay. Let me sign it over here for this version. Gonna move that a bit. That's a little too far to the side. Never mind, it was better with what's for. Just a little bit. Yeah, okay, that's the non-inverted version. And now I have to do the harder part. Let me crop this first, though. I think she looks pretty cool. Okay, I will save that. Region 2. And then we're gonna go open back up the other one. This one. I mean, technically I could do that in the other thing with the lasers. Nah. Because I need it to go straight across. And now I have to do my thing again. I'm going to get this and we're going to open up CSP. And that's how I'm going to invert it. Because that is way easier. But because this is an MS Paint thing, I will try to still be true to that and do the fucking, like the recoloring in MS Paint. I'm just going to get the selecting inverted colors via CSP. I don't want to cheat, you know? Where is it? Well, let me see. Maybe I could invert it from this one. Because if I select like... If I make a selection like that. Then take this part and then oh, that looks funky. Sorry, that's an exclusion thing and not an actual inverted thing, but I wanted to look at what it'd be like. That's what I want. Mr. Reverse Gradient like this. I mean, okay, see, I'm thinking right now, because what I was going to do was do this, and then go back into MS Paint to add all the color, to drop all the colors back in, but like, that's making no difference to me doing this, so I am going to save this version. This is technically cheating. But we're going to close our eyes, okay? And then, because I am going to still mess with it more in MS Paint after this. Like, I'm cheating a little bit, but only a little bit. But I also do think that, like, for this version, it makes more sense if there's only one laser, right? Like, I feel like just one laser, like it is in the MS Paint, makes more sense if she's split like this. Otherwise, it's just kind of confusing, isn't it? Unless this is, okay, so now what I'm doing now is just a test, but unless I, like, added, like, a thick line here, you know? Yeah, I think for the inverted version, I've got to only go with one thing. So we will take back this file instead. Import. Wait. Comms, MS Paint, this. I don't know why I made it cut off like this, where there's so much more space on one side than the other, but whatever. And then I'm gonna do select, reselect. Where's that? cut that out. And reverse gradient. Cool. I can't decide which side I want to have the black background. I guess it would make most sense for that side. Because I was thinking on MS Paint, what I'll do is give it one united background across the whole thing. But also having the different ones is kind of cool, but it also kind of gives bad apple instead of what it's meant to give. If I could, if... Anyway, let me save this. Hi, Serena. There at times we'll have murder color reflection through glass. Yeah. So I probably will make the background color white for this version. Switch my gender to F to M, but I'll do whatever from AM to PM. Switch on the power line. Remember to use protection. Whenever I sing that song, I end up doing like an impersonation of Millie halfway through it. Well, of the vocalist of Millie. Switch my gender to F to M. If I could, instead of the way that I sing. Switch on the power line. Remember to use protection. Do, and let's begin the simulation. Okay, and let me open. Hold on. This. Okay. Yeah, I can't decide what I want to do background-wise. To whatever from AM to PM. I guess black makes most sense. But I don't know. And what if I did white on both sides? Because then you kind of can't see half of it. It just looks like she's fading out. So I guess I will go with black. To whatever from AM to PM. Oh, it's going to do the thing. Wait, let me do this. Cool, no perfect white. What do I want to do? Because yeah, this is meant to be through glass, so it actually would make more sense instead that the white is on this side, but that looks really strange. But I guess I'd have to, rather than that, make it look like it. How am I gonna make it look like it's in glass? Fuck. Okay. Because I like it being split halfway like this, but if I want it to be gloss, I'd have to do something more jagged, you know? Like a triangle doesn't really work so well. I'd do something like that. Do whatever from AM to... I'm probably not going to keep it gray, but this is my example. What color do I want? The issue is gloss is see-through. So I've got a little bit of a hard time here if I want to make it look like it's gloss over here. Because it would have to mostly just, like... Let's begin the simulation. Let me just make it, like, faintly lighter. Then I'll have to put shines over it. Like, that looks more like gloss. I'm afraid of a curve and lines and then crack gloss. This is true. But what I need right now isn't even crack gloss. It's more that I had this a perfectly diagonal line for the side, and I've got to make the gloss, this part look like it's got gloss over it. And I'll do whatever from AM to PM. If I could, do, 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 do. Execution, do, 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 execution. Okay, that's getting a bit more glossy. And I need like a highlight on here. Yeah, on the highlight. Literally today, at old times, I have a song prepped for every single thing I say. Spend too much yesterday surfing. It's okay. You really don't need to apologize. You do that a lot, and I'm like, no, bro. You don't, there's nothing to apologize for. It's not your job to give Menchie. It's okay. We make this kind of jagged here. To give it a little bit more of a something something. A little bit more pizzazz. A little je ne sais quoi. And some more shines that aren't just on those parts as well. Let's begin the simulation. Okay, that's not quite the texture I want, but I will fiddle with that. I need something through here. I'm accidentally making it look a little bit smoother than gloss right now. I'm not a huge fan of the gloss altogether, at least in this composition, even though that's like our thing. To M, then I'll do whatever. From AM to PM. Try apologizing too much. Yeah, see, you don't need to apologize. It's okay. It's okie dokie. Why did I say? Oh my god, I've got a song for everything today. I actually want to highlight this also with colors. Like I want to take the blues and the greens from the inverted version as gloss highlights. Consider it sure, no fan of letterhead sure. Books with more pictures than words leave me a little unsure, but say yours aloof and kooky, Natsuki sweet and brooding, but Natsuki sweet and cutesy. Yuri's aloof and brooding, Monica's brains and beauty. Say okie dokie. That's a little too electric there. And I want to make some of that blue too. If I could, do. And I'll take some red as well, because I'm going to basically make this part all like RGB. That's part of my way of making it look like it's clear and reflective. And it makes it look a little bit like she's messing with the Matrix in a way. I don't know how to explain that. So saying you forgot the gold partner outfit? Oh, no, yeah, I know. I remember mentioning that I was like, I'm not sure. I might leave it black. But I'll see in a sec now that I've got more colors in there. My gender to F. Okay, this needs to be extended out to the side a bit more if I wanted to make it look more natural. don't really... What if I make this whole side gloss? Yeah, I think the whole side looks better. I just really can't decide if I like it. I think I like it like this now. I think it's at least okay like this. But it kind of needs something more on the pot that isn't gloss to match up with it. I'm very indecisive. And I mean, I have the other version without the inverted thing anyway. But yeah, it definitely feels like it needs something more over here. What I might do for the version that's not inverted is do the RGB thing, but just like around her for a little tiny bit of chromatic aberration. Be awesome if this brush could be less big. Let's get our fake chromatic aberration. Just to give it something special, since the other side has it. And this makes her look more paradoxical as well. And then we want green. I really need to make this as fine as possible. Kind of looks a little bit like she's got gamer rainbow lights going on right now, but I will fix that. I want like a... because I need to make these overlap. Actually, this color would be too good for that. You know what? I'm okay with that, even though it's kind of weird and just kind of looks more like primary colors. I think it's kind of cool. I should add a little bit over here, though. Do I know what I'm doing with most of this piece? No. Am I doing it anyway? Yeah. And sometimes that's all that matters, I guess, question mark. What time is it right now? Oh, it's almost 4. Interesting. Chromatic thing would look better if she had it more on her and not just behind her, but I also kind of don't want to do that. I simply do not. Okay, let's add color to the little outfit part. I feel like it'd make more sense if it's silver with the way the rest of her looks. I like giving gold anyway. Because I'm going to take the color from here. I'm not gonna lie, I think the gold is like really distracting with the way that the piece is framed, so I am gonna abandon it for now. I think if like to have gold, we would need it a lot more in other parts of her for this. In this shot at least, it like takes your eye, steals your eye away from everything else altogether, so I think it's better that that part is just black. Wasn't important, yeah. But otherwise, I guess she's good, and I need to sign this one now too. And I'll do whatever from AM to PM. I don't know why that song specifically is the one I keep ending on lately. Because wasn't I singing that one at the end of the last stream too? In fact, probably the stream where I was drawing this last time specifically. I almost gave myself 2 Ks instead of 2 Is. It's kind of hard to write sideways. Okay. Yay! I think this looks pretty cool. I think this is pretty cool. You know what? Yeah, I'm happy with how this came out. I think it's pretty fun. It's a little weird one. And I got 2 versions. Yeah, look at that. You guys like it? Gotchis, how you feeling? We think it's cool? We think it's funky? Do we fuck with it? I'm gonna save this version properly as well with my little title that I put on everything of Emmy, which is EMK underscore VJ. Yay! She's fun. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I think this came out very cool, and I'm glad I took today to finish it. Because the reason I did this today is because I am going to be busy throughout most of the weekend this week and like the middle of the week, so I knew I couldn't stream then. But I wanted to finish this, but also still do another like full MS Paint stream with something fresh over the weekend. So we did this today, and then on Sunday is when I will have my other stream for this week. I think that's the only other one I scheduled this week, right? Yeah, because I'm going away on Friday. Yeah, on Sunday is when my third stream for this week will be, and we will be in MS Paint again. But for a totally different calm, because I wanted to finish this one first since I didn't last time. But I'm happy we did it. I like this. I like how fucking weird the colors are. I think it came out pretty fun. I think it's funky to look at, and I like that about it. Yeah. Much I'd love to get my synopses done. They have no references to struggle in MS Paint for them. Yeah, those kinds of things would be better in CSP, so I can like take my time designing them first rather than MS Paint. But it's okay. We can always do that one day. But yeah. This is Nelos. Yippee! I'm happy with how this came out. I'm gonna eat because I actually haven't eaten lunch yet, and I'm very hungry. So make sure you guys eat as well. You should all get some food. You should have some water, especially because it's hot outside. Make sure that you're drinking water and not just like juice and Monster and caffeine and shit. I'm pointing at myself as well because I've been drinking juice because it's sweet, but I should really drink some water. So yeah, I'm gonna have some really yummy ramen. I got Saja Boy's ramen because there's a K-pop Demon Hunters ramen, like the Huntrix ones that Shin Ramen did, but there's also one that's like creamy for the Saja Boys, and it's so fucking good. And Neri found a bunch of it yesterday, and he got it for me, so now I win, and I'm gonna go have that, and I'm gonna go, oi, and it's gonna be very yummy. It's gonna be full of cream and cheese, and I'm gonna put little sausages in it. Yum, 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 yum is how I'm gonna sound. But yeah, so I'm gonna do that. And for all you guys, if your day's about to end, then oyasemi. And if you're just getting started, have a very lucky day. See you on Sunday. Bye bye. Yay.